Newstalk ZB Saturday morning, it is Fishing with Crimpy, and if you're thinking about heading out onto the water today, you need to listen up. Time for the tides.
Have a sleeping.
What?
Have a sleeping. Don't get out in too much of a hurry. The tides today are 20 to 2 p.m. for Nelson. Your high tide is a biggie at 4.1 metres. Havelock high tide 25 past 1 in the afternoon, 3.1. And Cressel's 4.4 is your tide, and that's 25 past 1 also. Stevens Island high tide at 12 past 1, 2.3 metres, and all the way down there on the coast. Westport, you have a high tide of 3.1 metres at 17 to 2 p.m. this afternoon. So all around that midday time is when the high tides are kicking in. And kicking in today, we have a special guest on the line. We go all the way over to England to speak to our guest this morning, Ben Wilkinson. Good morning.
Morning.
Nice to have you on the show.
Nice to be on your show. I'm not actually in England at the moment.
Oh, you just ruined the whole show. I wanted people to think that we were a global show and we had international guests. Where are you?
I'm from the New Forest in the south of England. That's close enough.
It is. Well, where are you at the moment?
I'm in Tarkika.
Okay, so what brings you to this fair land?
My mum and dad live in Tarkika, so does my sister and brother-in-law and nephew and niece.
Okay, and so you're the black sheep of the family?
I am. I never emigrated. I stayed in England.
What's the appeal with England for you? If the
my
family's
and work. I'm an oak framer, and I live in the New Forest, and there's no really oak. There's no oak in New Zealand to work on.
So what does an oak framer do?
Sort of mainly barns. In England, back in the 16th century, everything was sort of made of oak, mortise and tenon joints, and it's become fashionable again in the last sort of 20 years.
Is this the kind of thing that we see on that McLeod's guys show where they go around and they renovate old barns and turn them into houses? And
kind of. We do a lot of restoration work as well as a lot of new builds. It's all sort of mortise and tenon joints and oak pegs.
So is that sort of like an old craft that you've had to learn? Or
it is, yeah. It's sort of medieval carpentry, but
and you took up that because what, you were no good at school?
Basically. Yeah, basically. No, I just got offered a job in the pub one day.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask, Caroline is your partner.
She is.
Right, and you're here courtesy of her today because she organised this. She also sent in a story to the fishing paper on your behalf about your fishing and that you're a mad keen fisher. Does she do everything for you?
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
Is that because she really likes you or you're terrified of her?
No, I'm just terrified of her, like most blokes.
Oh, she's not there sitting there listening.
No, she's back in England.
Oh, excellent. Oh, all right, we can really open up the conversation. What's she like? Is she a good bloke?
Sorry?
Is she a good bloke?
Oh, she's a good bloke, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll keep her?
Yeah, she's a keeper.
Is she interested in fishing too? Because she's quite passionate about your love of fishing.
She doesn't mind coming out on the boat occasionally, as long as we're catching fish one after the other. But no, and she's not mad keen on it.
Yeah, so like most women, they don't have any patience.
Well, that's it. Ooh.
Well, you said it. I didn't. I was merely asking the question. You love it over in Golden Bay where your parents have settled. They've emigrated too.
Yeah.
But I guess the fishing is what brings you back also. What is it about Golden Bay that you like?
Well, beaches mainly.
Yeah.
Obviously family most important, but the sea fishing in New Zealand is just so much better than England. You can just catch fish off the rocks whenever you want, really. You just can't do that in England.
Well, give us an example of the comparison.
Well, to go fishing in England, it does cost quite a bit of money, and you've got to go out into deep water. It's just been overfished. You still can catch fish off the rocks in England, but you can't go and catch sort of bream before dinner. You can't go and catch 10 snapper in the afternoon.
What are we've seen programs like the River Cottage, Rick Stein, and they feature, and there's another one I think, but they feature little snippets of recreational fishers off the rock. It looks very grey and gloomy.
Well,
or is that just because my set's in black and white?
Yeah, it's just your average English summer, grey and gloomy.
And the fishing's not a lot better?
It's okay. If you go out off the Isle of Wight or off Weymouth, you can have some fantastic wreck fishing, but it's not as good as New Zealand. There's no two ways about it. You guys just got more fish in the sea here. That's all there is to it. It's just been overfished in England.
All right, my guest this morning is Ben Wilkinson, all the way from the UK. We'll be back in a moment and find out just what it is he's been catching in our Golden Bay.